Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are a homeschooling family and we are currently in our 8th year of homeschooling. So today I'm going to be doing a mid-year curriculum review. I'm going to be talking about which curriculums I will be repurchasing for next year and which ones I will be skipping on. So let's get right into it. So just for reference, the grades of my children are grade 8, grade 1, and kindergarten. You will notice that I don't really mention any kindergarten curriculum, and that is because I don't use a formal curriculum for kindergarten. I like to put my own together. If you'd like to see how I do my kindergarten curriculum, just leave a comment below. But that is just why I'm not mentioning it in here. I don't have any formal kindergarten curriculum. But I will be mentioning things that I'll be using for my kindergartner for next year for grade 1. So let's start with spelling first. For my grade 8 student, we were using Soaring with Spelling this year, and that was actually our first year using that curriculum. We have used Growing with Grammar in the past and enjoyed that. We've really been enjoying Soaring with Spelling, so I will be repurchasing that for next year in a higher level. For my grade 4 student, we also did a new curriculum this year, and it was Learning to Spell through Copywork. And I actually did a whole review on that curriculum, so if you're interested in that, I will leave it in the description box. I believe that video has already come out when you're seeing this one. We really enjoyed that curriculum, and I will be repurchasing it for next year in the next level. So I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for spelling for next year for my grade 1 student. I'm not too worried about having a spelling curriculum in grade 1 yet, because I feel like a lot of the spelling rules and concepts that they're learning at that age are kind of already mixed into their language arts lessons, so I don't worry too much about that. We do like a lot of writing notebooks and things like that with a little bit more of a gentle approach. So I'm not totally sure what I'm going to be doing, or if I will be doing a spelling curriculum for my kindergartner or grade 1 student next year. But you would be able to see in September or August possibly. I do plan to post another curriculum haul once I have everything all collected. All right, so now on to language arts. So for my grade 8 student, we were doing Climbing to Good English level 8. I will not be repurchasing it for him next year because he'll be in grade 9, and this curriculum only goes up to level 8. So I'll have to look for something new for him next year. I'm not totally sure what I will be using for him for next year, but if there was a level 9 of this curriculum, I would be repurchasing it for him, but unfortunately there isn't. For my grade 4 student, who will be in grade 5 next year, I will be repurchasing Climbing to Good English. They were doing Climbing to Good English this year, and we've really been enjoying it, so we will be repurchasing it for my next year, my grade 5 student, to use. I will not be purchasing Climbing to Good English for my grade 1 student because I prefer to use a different curriculum for the younger grades. For grades 1 through 2 or 3, I prefer to use something like Abeka because I feel like it's more colorful and engaging, and that's just what I prefer to use. But I love Climbing to Good English. It is a good curriculum, and if you're not worried about, having something more colorful or engaging, you could still use it. It is a great curriculum. I haven't used them in those levels just for those reasons. But for grade 3 or 4 and up, it is such a great curriculum, and I highly recommend that one. But for my grade 1 student, I will be using Abeka. All right, now for handwriting and penmanship. I was using Handwriting Without Tears for my grade 4 students. I have been using Handwriting Without Tears for my kids since we started homeschooling. I love that curriculum. It is such a great way to teach penmanship and handwriting, and it does it in such a great way that it's not stressful. It's little steps at a time, and it's just building on those things, and I really do recommend this curriculum. I will most likely be repurchasing that curriculum for my grade 5 student next year. The only reason I say most likely is because I tried a new handwriting curriculum this year for my grade 8 students. Handwriting is something that some people choose to teach and other people just decide to skip on or just briefly teach. I feel like even though it's not taught as much in schools now as it used to be, I still personally feel like it is a valuable skill to have and something that I want them to know how to do proficiently. And my grade 8 student still is a little bit messy with it, so that's the reason I do have a handwriting curriculum for that student, just to kind of just get really good at it and improve their neatness as well. So I didn't actually start the year with a handwriting curriculum for my grade 8 student. I had just planned on giving some worksheets that they could do as copywork and like copy them in handwriting, but that just ended up being such a pain and I never got around to getting enough together for that. So I ended up purchasing a curriculum for my grade 8 student to use to finish out the year, and I used a reason for handwriting, and I had never used that curriculum before. That was new to us and I'm enjoying it. I think it's good. It's just different than handwriting without tears. So that's the reason that I might not purchase handwriting without tears for my grade 5 student, because I might mix things up and get a reason for handwriting just to kind of have like a different approach to it a little bit, because it's for my grade 5 student. They're a bit older. They're not like learning just the beginning concepts or anything. Like, they do know how to handwrite. It's just, again, just building on that skill. But for my grade 1 student, I will absolutely be purchasing Handwriting Without Tears. I really do love this curriculum to teach penmanship and handwriting, so I will be using it for sure for my grade 1 student. All right, last but definitely not least is math. So for my grade 8 student, they were using teaching textbooks this year, and I will be repurchasing that again for next year. We have been using that for a few years now and love it. This year we did switch things up a little bit though, and we did the online version rather than the discs. And that's been really great. I like that you can use it on any device. When you use the discs, it will only store the information on the computer that you use it on. So if you need to use the discs in a different computer, then that computer will only store the information for the lessons that you did on that computer. So that's kind of a pain. But for the online version, you can use any device and it will just keep track of all the information in one place. And so that's been really nice. So we'll be doing the online version for my next year, my grade 9 student, and that is the new 4.0 version. So my grade 4 student is currently using Horizons Math. It's a curriculum that we've been using for years. I really do like that curriculum, but I will not be repurchasing it for my grade 5 student next year because in grade 5, I switched them to teaching textbooks. So that is what I will do for my grade 5 student next year. They will be using the disc version next year because that's what I have. And I have discs for the next few grades. So once they are in grade 8, then I'll switch them over to the online version. But for grade 5, 6, and 7, I will be using the discs just because I have them on hand already. Might as well use them. But for my grade 1 student for next year, I will be using Horizons Math. I love Horizons Math for grades 1 through 4. It's a really great curriculum. I just prefer to switch them over to teaching textbooks, grade 5 and on. But I do highly recommend Horizons Math. So that's where I'm at with our curriculum at this point. Some of it will be repurchased and some of it will be switched up, as you can see. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. But that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.